Every year in the NFL, it's a new team. As far as goals go, we have one. Putting a f***ing ring on our finger.
Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer Podcast. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
Today is December 4th, 2021, the day after our ban. Yeah. Yes, people, we finally did it. We finally got a YouTube warning. And
just a warning, no strikes.
Yes, they took down one of our podcasts, the one from last week when Ralph went on a rant. Now,
it was just on Thursday, I think.
Yeah. Thursday. So if you didn't see episode 261, that's why. This is episode 262. Yeah, it was up for a few hours.
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say the podcast is still available. It's just on YouTube.
Yes, the Anchor podcast is still available. I guess. Did you look? Have you looked?
Yeah, I looked.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I did go off on a rant. I talked about it way too long, got involved in subjects I didn't want to really...
Didn't want to talk about.
Yeah, I don't really want to delve to the sports podcast. I don't want to talk about other stuff. But this is the reason why Molly handles the social media and stuff, because Ralph is a little emotionally unintelligent. Is that the word you go with? I get riled up.
I would just say that at times your filter isn't there.
Yes. And the news broke like an hour before we did the podcast. Molly had no idea I was going to talk about the stuff I talked about. And it just turned into a half hour of me foaming at the mouth into the microphone. So long story short on what I said in regards to what got us censored is Rick Stroud sucks. That's pretty much it.
You know, there are people on Twitter who are like, why is everyone mad at Rick Stroud? Because he's a dick. That's why. That's why we're mad at him.
Well, he's not a friend of the team. He doesn't care about the team. He comes out and says it. I'm not a fanboy. Matter of fact, he did a podcast after Mike Edwards and Antonio Brown was suspended. And he started the podcast off reading mean tweets and mocking people. And, he flat out lets you know, look, I'm not a fan of this team. I'm just doing my job, blah, blah, blah. And you have people that follow these media personalities, like Rick Stroud and the idiot from ESPN. And they follow them like they're fans of, that those reporters are fans of the team. And so they're fans of them. And they're not. I mean, these people will, as you can see, they will destroy this team given an opportunity. And that's, Rick Stroud's proud of it. He was talking about Pulitzer Prizes and stuff. He'll probably win some awards for that reporting piece, while Mike Edwards and Antonio Brown might lose their jobs. Or even worse, the FBI gets involved, which, of course, he was calling for that too. Mm-hmm. So, that's why I kind of go off. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about this too much longer. It's just, hey, screw those people, Don't
you love it when white reporters use their white privilege to go after black athletes?
Oh, dang. Molly went there.
Just saying.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Isn't that weird?
All these, the ones who talk about the NFL needs to be more diverse in their coaching staffs and stuff. They're all of them are white. It's very
homogenous.
The whole
homogenous group.
Yes, all of Tampa Bay media is white. There's not a single person of color or whatever. So that is an interesting point, Molly. Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay, so let's get into some news before we go off on another tangent.
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about the injury report yesterday. I'll run back through that again, probably at the end of the podcast. But Jalen Darden and Jordan Whitehead have been ruled out, which, yikes. Not for Jalen, but Jordan Whitehead, especially after we're going to lose Mike Edwards.
Yeah.
So we are not deep at safety. We have, of course, Antoine Winfield Jr., and we got Ross Cockrell, who BA said will fill in there, and Andrew Adams.
Yes.
So
Cockrell's going to play a little bit of safety, huh?
Yeah.
That's the thing about all those guys in our secondary. They kind of
do that.
around,
And he said that Cockrell's been working at safety for a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But we do it so much with every position back there. Even our outside linebackers, they drop back into coverage quite a bit. And, we got safeties that blitz and cornerbacks that blitz and cornerbacks that play safety and safety that play cornerback. So it's not a death blow to us, but we can't afford no more. Can't afford no more injuries or suspensions.
We're going to be hosed if we get an injury during the game.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Why'd you even bring that up and put it in the universe, man? Yeah, the last podcast we talked about the All-22 and the Indianapolis Colts. If you didn't get a chance to hear that, the summation is what I saw in All-22 is what I expected to see on the scoreboard. I mean, we just dominated in every aspect of the game. There wasn't a single player on their team that stood out to me. I mean, we really manhandled them. Our offensive line played great. Leverett played great. He had 3 mistakes. He allowed a sack by Brenson Buckner. He had that false start. Or not,
DeForest
not Buckner.
DeForest
Buckner.
Buckner.
Yeah,
Brenson is the coach. Yeah. I don't even think he's
I was just reading
anymore.
a statement by him. So, and then he had something else too. But he played really well, and I like him because he's aggressive. I mean, he's out there getting testy with people. So we've got him, Ryan Jensen in the middle, and Kappa, who those 3 guys.
Nasty interior.
Yeah, they will fight you.
And then you got Donovan and Wirfs on the ends who were kind of getting there a little.
Yeah, Donovan had probably the best game of his career. He was just tearing guys up.
Love it.
And then Wirfs was playing quite a bit more aggressive too. So, our defensive line, we dominated their offensive line. Bruce Arians said that the Colts offensive line was probably the best offensive line we were going to play all year, and I did not see it. Fisher, their left tackle, he was getting beat by Barrett and Tryon. We were definitely getting penetration and pressure, but the defense we're running is, this very soft zone defense. We only played 6-man coverage defenses, which is incredibly low. And we're playing this really soft zone, so we're allowing everything underneath, which allowed Carson Wentz to be able to check down and throw to his underneath guys. So the pressure that we were getting on him didn't show up in the stats. Everybody played great. It was a really good showing by our guys. I was very impressed. It was a fun All-22 to watch because it was just us just beating people up. So that's always fun.
Kind of how we were the end of last season, right?
Yes. And the refereeing was good. There was only like 3 or 4 uncalled penalties. 1 BS penalty. It was the Shaq Barrett when he was called for the neutral zone infraction. 72, their right tackle had moved first, but they didn't see that. But other than that, it was a very, very clean game, and it was very entertaining. We should have definitely had more points,
Not happy with 38, huh?
Right. Well,
You're just getting greedy at this point.
I guess what I meant is a bigger point differential, And then there was the fact check follow-up. Fact check was that I had said Jonathan Taylor had only run 3 times on that one drive, which didn't seem right to me. And then when I looked into it further, I was looking at the wrong drive, and he had run 8 out of 10 plays for 68 yards of, was it, or 50?
50, I want to say it was 50 something, 53?
Yeah, just on that one drive.
Yeah.
53 of his
80
yards came on that one drive. So anyhow, that's a summation of that if you didn't get a chance to see the podcast on YouTube. So I do, for everybody who got upset about some of the stuff I said, I'm going to try to keep away from that mess. I really am. I understand that. That's why we don't talk.
We try not to.
We
haven't for years. Here. We haven't touched it in years.
And I just kind of slipped up, went off, and I knew it was going to upset some people, but definitely upset Google. It was so funny. I woke up Friday. I was like, okay, today I'm getting a Tiffy video done. I had everything set up. I had the clips ready and all that good stuff. So I was like geared up, woke up, I'm like ready to go. And then Molly hit me with that. She was first thing in the morning. She was like, hey, our podcast got taken down. We got a warning from the Googles. And so that put me in a bad mood. So then I go to do the Tiffy videos, and my computer, everything on it just blinked out. I couldn't get my tracking pad to work. I couldn't get my app to work. And I was only on like 4 hours sleep. And everything just built up. And finally I was like, I couldn't even take a nap. I was
He was so mad.
So aggravated.
He was too aggravated for a nap.
I had to go meditate. And that didn't even help. That normally does help. So anyhow, just one of those things. It just does bother me. I'm passionate about the Buccaneers. I mean, there's a reason why we do this podcast. And I don't like, people hurting my team. Now, Antonio Brown and Carlton Davis did what they did was stupid. Yes. No. Absolutely.
Mike Edwards.
Was it
Especially
stupid?
because there were reports that now they're all vaccinated. So it's like, what the hell was the point?
The point is compliance.
Yeah.
This is all 100% about obedience. And that's why I really went into Rick Stroud, because he had put out that tweet about, the media is not allowed in the locker room anymore because of the COVID-19 protocols. And he put out this tweet where he was like, this isn't about safety. This is about power. And I was like, you got to be joking me.
Okay, now you're getting it.
Yeah,
buddy.
Here
selectively. No, they'll never get it.
Yeah, they'll never get it. So there's that. And let's move on. This is probably going to be a shorter podcast than normal. We just wanted to get it out.
Ralph's got a hangout to go to.
Yeah, but we had
doing some exciting
Girl Scout parade today, early in the morning. And then I got to get to go hang out and party with one of my football buddies.
Wait, but tell him what you're going to be doing.
Oh yeah, we're hanging a TV and painting some trim. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it. And playing pool. That's what we always do. Drinking beer. Yeah.
Are you going to paint the trim before you drink beer or after?
During. We'll probably hang the
I
TV.
hope it's the same color as the wall, so you can't tell when it goes all over the place.
This guy has got like 20 TVs in his house, and he's always getting new TVs.
I feel like every time you go over there, you're hanging a TV.
Oh, I am. Yeah. And this one's like a 70-incher.
Why?
Yeah.
Black Friday? Was it a Black Friday purchase?
Who knows?
I'm sure he'll tell you what a good deal he got on.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be fun. We'll probably save that till after we get good and ripped.
Oh, good. The new TV.
Nothing
like living on the edge.
Wouldn't be the first one we broke. So, yeah, this podcast is going to be not as long. We're just trying to get it out before the game. Anyhow, what other news you got?
We activated Carlton Davis from IR. So that's very exciting.
That's good.
And then signed Brashad Perriman off the practice squad.
He was back on the practice squad?
Apparently, I didn't see him waived, though.
Yeah, I could have swore he's been on the practice squad twice, and I don't think you can do it anymore.
Yeah, I thought they couldn't do that.
I don't know. It's all confusing.
I know. Exactly, yeah. And
that's good, though. We're going to need him for the rest of the season without Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And
he needs that time to build chemistry with Tom Brady.
Oh, God, that was a beautiful pass. Should have been a touchdown in the Washington game or the Giants game? Oh, it was beautiful. And Perriman laid out for it. It just bounced right off the tip of his fingers. I was like, and that's one he would normally catch.
Yeah.
So they're getting their chemistry together.
Yeah, he'll get there. Will Golston was named the Week 13 NFLPA Community MVP after donating almost $60,000 so that families in need could get a full Thanksgiving meal.
That's nice.
And it was 920 families.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
$60,000.
I like Golston.
I do too.
He's a really solid player for us. He doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. He's very, very good in the run game. And he's our second longest tenured player.
This is crazy. He provided 920 meals at almost $60,000. That's only $65 a meal. I need to know how they're making a Thanksgiving meal for $65. Let's have a lot of coupons.
Maybe they were TV dinners.
The stores probably gave them a
bulk
bulk discount, maybe. Yeah. So that's nice. Way to go, him.
What was that award he got?
The Week 13 NFLPA Community MVP.
They got an award for everything, don't they?
Yeah, for real. You never hear about it until your players win it. Okay. Okay, that's all I got.
Not a lot happening, huh?
I do have for the game preview. You ready to talk about that?
Sure.
I got some news. So, our broadcast crew is, we're on Fox this weekend. So we have Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Sarah Walsh on the sidelines.
Man, we're getting the bottom of the barrel there.
I know. Wasn't Jonathan Vilma a player for the Saints?
Well, Greg also was a player for the the Panthers.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna look at it.
Which Greg Olsen, that has just so shocked me at
I
how
know.
great of an announcer he is.
I know. Yeah, he won. Jonathan Vilma won the Super Bowl with the Saints. So now he's a linebacker.
So you know he's going to talk crap about both teams.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. The ref crew is Tony Corrente's crew. Do not have any grades on him. He has not reffed us for over 2 years now. So
Really?
yeah, we haven't had him in a long time.
That's crazy. You know, Tom Brady is 8-0 against the Falcons.
Yeah, especially in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wait, no. No, he's 9-0.
9-0. Let's go for 10.
I know.
That's a hard streak to have.
I know.
To keep up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's Matt Ryan's Falcons too. No, he probably played the Falcons a few times before Matt Ryan got there.
Maybe a few, but not many. I mean, Matt Ryan's been there since like 2008.
Dang. Yeah, Matt Ryan, this year is just so crazy. Something I've always talked about Matt Ryan is his fundamentals are probably the best in the league. I mean, he always throws the ball with with the same mechanics, great mechanics, and he's a guy that he doesn't make a lot of mistakes and he capitalizes on your mistakes. I've been doing game film on him for a decade now, and I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen him not see open receivers, and it's like if a cornerback falls down, most quarterbacks have progressions. They read, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You look at this route, then this route, then that route, then this route. It's kind of hard for a quarterback to be able to see the field. That's what I complained about with Jameis Winston all the time, is being able to read the field. The secondary, usually they know kind of what your progression is going to be too. So they can adjust accordingly for that. And a lot of times they'll leave guys open that they know are third, fourth progression for a few seconds. So anyhow, Matt Ryan is the kind of quarterback that would, if you fall down or you make a mistake in the secondary, he's throwing to your guy. It doesn't matter where it's at in the progression, he's going to see it. That's what I talk about when I say reading the field. This year, man, Matt Ryan is just, he's got that Mahomes syndrome. He is trying.
He's very flighty.
Oh, very.
Feels like.
His mechanics look like crap. He's, he's jumping up and throwing. He's doing a lot of running. He's not a runner. So I think he's really, really trying this year to be something different, and it's just not working well for him.
Well, is it this coaching staff? I mean, they're new.
Right. Yeah, you brought that up, and you might be right that they're trying to get him to.
I don't know. Or is he just tired of getting hit because he's had a trash offensive line for so long? He's just like done with it.
Might be it.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's just making decisions I've never seen him do. So it's good for us. Good for us.
Yeah. The one difference from the first Falcons game when we played them, week 3,
Week 2.
Week 2. Wow. That was a while ago. They did not yet incorporate Cordarelle Patterson into the game like they have. He's really exploded.
Yes. Well, you pointed out that their coach is
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. And, of course, that's a Derrick Henry run-first offense. And we had questioned, we're like, are they going to try and turn the Falcons into a running game? Well, it seems like they found in Cordarelle, how do you say his name? Cordarelle Patterson, a hybrid running back wide receiver, and they using him. I mean, between him and Pitts, that's about all of Atlanta's offense. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he did not do as much against us in week 2. I think he had, what did I say, 4 or 5 runs? I just had it pulled up. Hold on.
He's really, he's kind of exploded in the last few games. I have the last 5 games pulled up, and there's some games where he had a ton of rushing yards, like against Jacksonville. He had 108. And
16 carries, yeah.
Yeah, and then he didn't have that many. Dallas, he only had 25 yards. New Orleans, the week before, he only had 10 yards. But then you go look at his receiving, and it's like against New Orleans, he only had 10 yards rushing, but he had 126 receiving. Right. So he's kind of a 1-2 punch. If they're not getting it to him through the rushing attack, they're going to do it through passing.
Yes. And when he played against us week 2, he had 7 rushes for 11 yards.
That's amazing.
Yes, and then he had 5 receptions for 58 yards. So we really, that's
so
about...
what's that average? 11 yards?
On 7 rushes?
Yeah, a yard and a half. Is that right?
Is it? Yeah, 1.7
yeah.
yards. Mm-hmm. That's pretty bad. Which, his yards per carry is not that great, but he just gets the ball a lot. He makes big plays, but
watching him now. Granted, okay, so we watched Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 2-8, so take that with a grain of salt. Atlanta beat them. Mm-hmm. The Jacksonville almost came back, but Cordarelle Patterson, he's hard to bring down. He's like real hard to tackle. To me, he does look like Derrick Henry, like same build, same size. I think Derrick Henry might be a smidge bigger, like Cordarelle Patterson might be a little skinnier, but they're very similar. And Patterson is real hard to bring down. You can't, you can't arm tackle him. He's going to bust through it. Yeah. So that's going to be a challenge, I think. I think he'll have success underneath, like most of the teams have had, like we saw last week, the short dump off passes. Mm-hmm. But he's their most dangerous weapon on offense. And so we are certainly going to have to keep an eye on him.
Yes. And then there's Pitts, their tight end that they drafted. What was he drafted? 4th?
Yeah, like 4th or 5th, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. He's not Gronkowski.
Yeah, he's not Julio Jones.
He's got good hands.
They needed to replace with him.
Yeah, right. So, last time we played them week 2, the refs sucked.
Okay.
Of course. And it really allowed them to come back in that game. Now, they got close in that game. We ended up winning 48-25. But that was...
Oh, we did?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know we put up that many points.
Well, that was the game. Carlton Edwards had the 2 pick sixes at the end of the game.
Mike Edwards.
Mike Edwards. What did I keep calling him? Carlton Davis?
I think you said Carlton Edwards that time. You tried.
Never trust me on names, man. So that was his 2 interception game. Yeah. So, that really helped us out. But before that, it was a close game. We were up on them, and then we allowed them to come back. A lot of it was due to the referee. And if you go back to the podcast and listen to it, I complained about that quite a bit. And Mike Edwards ended up getting the 2 pick sixes in the last few minutes. Remember, so that's 14 points. Take that away from 48.
34.
Right.
So they're within 9.
Right. And of course, had the ball both those times, so they were pretty close. I think they got within 7 of us at one point.
And Matt Ryan had 300 yards passing. I mean, that's his third highest game in the or fourth.
Yes. Oh, they got within 3 points of us, 28-25 in the third quarter. So,
you know, and these division games are always tough.
yes, you
Always.
never know because,
yeah.
you know, teams, sometimes they play very basic football and then sometimes they try to just fake you out, you know, but you've seen them so many times. You've seen these coaches so many times. You've seen these players so many times that you kind of know what they're going to do. And it ends up being either a game of attrition or a game of tricks. In either way, I think we'll
We
get
are
this.
definitely coming out of this one. They're only 5-6 though. They're what? They're second in the NFC South.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I know.
What? I didn't know that.
That's
I
just
had no idea.
Hey, who called that? I'm sorry.
Wow.
I take credit where I can. You know, I said that New Orleans is not near as good as everybody thinks they are. Carolina's going to be at the bottom, and Atlanta's the up and comer.
Wow. Interesting. Well, I thought that they had a worse record than they did. So they're 5-6. Let's see. Okay, so they lost to Philly, us, Washington, Carolina, Dallas, and New England. Ooh, New England shut them out 25-0.
Yeah, they haven't beat anybody. That's good.
Yeah. So here's who they beat: New York Giants and Jets, Miami, New Orleans, and Jacksonville.
How do you even get that schedule? I want that schedule.
Me too. Well, we do play a lot of these teams, actually.
I would get Jacksonville.
No.
Can we have
But
Jacksonville
we got
and Houston?
everybody else. I don't know. I don't want to go up against the Lovie Smith defense, guys. That's a joke. That was a
funny.
joke, guys.
Yeah, we pressured Ryan quite a bit in week 2. Brady.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a piece of cake to get to.
Yeah.
I mean, he usually is, but this time I think it's gonna be worse because I think our defense is heating up. So
Yes, yeah, definitely.
that's not gonna be a problem, and I think that'll mitigate a lot of Cordarelle Patterson's success. I gotta slow down and say that name.
Yeah,
'cause I
it's very
will.
strange.
I gotta think about it.
Cordarelle.
It's kind of a mouthful. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the Brady was protected well in that game. I'm not even sure if they got any sacks. They probably did.
But their defense is kind of heating up, and they look decent against Jacksonville.
That's what I said. They're emulating our defense, and you know they don't quite have the player, but you know they've got. I like Fowler, but Grady Jarrett is. I think he's extremely underrated. You know, nobody ever talks about him, but he's a really good defensive lineman, and you know, with that really hybrid shifting defense that we play that they're emulating, you know, it makes it difficult. But Brady goes against that defense in practice all the time. So it shouldn't be a problem for us at all.
There's no defense he hasn't seen.
That's true. You know, he would probably be great as a defensive coordinator because he's probably seen more defenses than he has studied offense, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
He studies those defenses.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, I mean, the defensive backs talked about, or one of the, I want to say it was Sean Murphy Bunting or Antoine Winfield, who said that he will recommend players to the defensive backs that they should watch film on and emulate. He's like, oh, this guy's got a good move for this. You should watch him. I mean, you're right. He's seen a lot of players. He's been in the league 20 years. He's seen some really good players in that time.
You know, I was saying that Brady was protected well, but he did have 3 sacks, and we only got 1 sack on Ryan. But again, like I said, sacks don't mean anything. I mean, they don't tell the whole story.
Well, I think Ryan is trying to dump the ball off when he's getting hit.
Yeah, and this was
So
back.
that helps.
This was back when we were trying to really throw it downfield. You know, the first few weeks of the season, we were, you know, trying to get those big plays and doing well with it. Now, this game we didn't so much. Brady wasn't that accurate, you know, as he normally was, so there was some issues there. But now we're doing.
And he only put up 34 points, so that's just unacceptable.
How many touchdowns did he have?
Let's see. I'm pulling it up now.
5.
Are you doing it too?
Yeah, he had 5 touchdowns.
Stop.
He had a 129 rating.
He didn't play that well. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, in that game, Brady had 9 touchdowns in the first 2 games. So he had 5 in this one, 4 in the first one. Nacho had that 3rd down and 1 stuff in the fourth quarter, which I consider was the play of the game with that game, because they were trying to come back, and he was just like, woo! That was a great play. Gronk had the record. He tied the record for the most consecutive 2 touchdown games with 3 in that game, and then the next week surpassed it, right? No. Did he beat it in week 3? I can't remember. Anyhow, Edwards had the 2 pick sixes, and we broke the record for most consecutive 30-plus games in NFL history with 9. So that's all that happened in week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, that's it.
That's
we
it.
just broke a bunch of
Just
records
just
and
a little.
embarrassed Matt Ryan.
5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns.
2 pick sixes.
So.
Yeah, we pretty much hurt their fifis.
Well, my whole outlook on this game has changed, knowing that they are 5-6 and second in the division.
Why does that change?
I don't know. It just wow. Okay, we're playing a contender here.
Now, are they in the hunt, or are they a wild card or anything at this point?
Let me look. Hold on.
I don't think they are. I think they're in the hunt.
Yeah, they might technically be in the hunt, but
yeah, right.
Like,
Technically, we've got a lot of guys, a lot of teams up top, but we also got a lot of mediocre teams, and I think most of the teams in our conferences are below 500, right?
Yeah. So Washington football team is currently the 7th seed, technically, at 5-6. So
they got them with a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Because they beat us. Yeah, probably.
Well, they played each other. Yeah, Washington beat Atlanta this week. Okay. I mean, this season. So let me see how far down. Washington. Okay, it's Washington, Minnesota, and then Atlanta. So Atlanta would definitely need some help, but technically they're still in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, I mean, they could do this. We've got plenty of season left.
Yeah.
We're closing in on the end, but this is the last quarter. Basically, What is left? 5 games?
Yeah. Let me see. I gotta count.
I keep asking you these questions. You should have all this
know.
stuff ready.
I know. Well, if I knew that you were going to ask them in advance, I wouldn't want to. So we have 5 games after this week, so 6 total.
Okay, so 6. All right, yeah. That's plenty of time for teams to tank and other teams to rise up. So we'll see if Atlanta can do it. Put a good game together, and I think there's no way their offensive line is going to stop us. There's no way. It's just not even close to being possible.
No, and I don't see Matt Ryan making good enough decisions to really exploit the defense.
Well, with Carlton Davis and SMB back, we're probably going to play more man coverage, which is going to take away the underneath stuff. And we'll probably still play quite a bit of soft zone. I'm not – who knows? Who knows with this defense? You never know. And if we do that, with the pressure and man coverage, Matt Ryan is just going to have a horrible, horrible day. But if we do the soft zone and he can dump it off
to Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch him.
Then we could have a tough day on defense.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think there's really much they can do.
No.
They won't get embarrassed that bad.
Right.
If they do it that way. But if we bring our A game and we play the right scheme, then this is just going to be it might be the end of the season for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, like they've been blown out quite a few times. Like the Patriots shut them out 25-0. That was 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, the Cowboys beat them 43-3. They also, those were the most lopsided. Yeah, I would say those are the two most lopsided, and they're pretty recent, like in the last 3 weeks. So,
yeah, that Cordarelle Patterson had 2 touchdowns against us in week 2.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I did not even remember. Oh, gosh.
He had a 10-yard rush and a 7-yard pass. It is a long season, man. I tell you, it's crazy how it happens. You know, you'll think. Well, I was like, did we play Atlanta this year?
I know.
You're like, yeah. I need to go look at my notes.
I know.
So, we got an injury report.
Yeah, let me run through
that real quick.
On my phone. Bear with me. No. Okay.
No.
All right, here we go. We got Jalen Darden has a concussion, so that's why he's out. Okay. So he has been ruled out. Jordan Whitehead with a calf injury, which BA said is pretty significant, and they can't really tell what's going on the MRI until his swelling goes down, so that's a bummer.
I saw him on All 22 grab it looked like his ankle to me. I thought and
maybe it's like an Achilles. Could be an Achilles. I mean, that's how we lost OJ last year. I hurt my Achilles once. Jogging that one time.
That one time you jogged?
That one time. And I haven't done it since. Took me like a week to recover. In case y'all didn't know, I'm not the most athletic person. Okay, Jamel Dean, shoulder injury. He's been a full participant all week and is questionable for the game. Ali Marpet with his oblique injury was limited Wednesday and Thursday, but a full participant on Friday, but he's still designated questionable. Devin White with the quad injury, he was limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday, but it's still questionable. Tom Brady got a rest day on Thursday, so he did not participate, but he's fine. Golston has a wrist injury, did not participate Wednesday, was limited Thursday, but a full participant on Friday. He's got no injury designation. Grunt got a day off on Friday. McClendon got a day off on Thursday, returned Friday. JPP with the shoulder was a full participant Wednesday, did not participate Thursday or Friday. Sue got a rest day on Friday, and then Vita with his knee was limited Wednesday and Thursday, and then was a full participant on Friday. On the Falcons side, defensive lineman Jonathan Bullard has an ankle injury. He's been ruled out. Linebacker Deion Jones has a shoulder injury. He was a full participant all week. He's fine. And then cornerback Kendall Sheffield has a hamstring, but was a full participant all week. So that's it on their injury designation, or on their injury list. So we far outnumber them on that front.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Oh, let's do our score predictions.
Score predictions. You go first.
All right. I think that the offense is getting into a rhythm. So I am going to say 41-28.
Wow. You confident?
I am.
Are you picking the Bucs?
Is that a real question?
Well, this is one of those games that it's so expected, the Buccaneers. I mean, they're in the gambling sites. I think we're up 11 points. So I mean,
wow.
Yeah, it's a huge. But that was the same thing in week 1 against Dallas, and that was a close game.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening here. I really don't. I think that Atlanta is just not. It's really the weakness is their offensive line. against our defensive line just makes it hella hard for them to do anything. Their defense, I think, is getting a lot better, and might give us a little bit of fits, but not enough to really swing the game. I just don't see anything that they've got that can change that. But this is any given Sunday, and this is a division game, which makes it even doubly so. But I still got to go with the Bucs. Just got to do it. I can't.
Like that was even a question. Like no one even thought for a second that you were gonna pick it like that.
Have I ever not?
I know you like built it up. Like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna.
Hey, I'm trying to be much more non-biased this year. So you picked 41-28. That's probably about what I was going to say.
I said 48.
Oh, 48.
Oh no, I did say 41. You're right.
Okay, then here's what I'll do. I'll do 48-21.
Okay.
There you go. I'm going to make it stupid.
I helped you.
Although I'll be surprised if they get 21
Just like
points
2
on
cents ago, you're like, I'm trying to be more realistic. And then you're like, all right, let's get stupid up in here.
That's just for my picks, not for my scores. How
right.
about that?
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, then I guess we shall sign off. This was a rather short one. Like I said, we just wanted to get this out before the game tomorrow, kind of make up for the podcast that got censored. And, guys, we do appreciate your support. We've got some people who have been gracious enough to donate some finances to us, some money. They've signed up for the monthly. What do you even call that? Monthly,
it's a subscription.
Monthly subscription. Yeah, you don't get anything for it. You just
helping us out.
Yeah, and the link is in the description down at the bottom. If you can do 99 cents a month, or up to $9.99. I think there's 3 categories. So it's just a nice way to let us know you appreciate it. We don't get paid for this, and we just do it for the love of it. Sometimes the love turns into hate.
That's true.
We do appreciate you guys a lot, man. We appreciate the people that put forth the effort to support us. If you do get a chance, like, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating or any star rating, whatever you agree with, on iTunes. Sometimes we get guys that get pissed off at us about what we say, and they'll go there and give us a 1-star rating.
Oh yeah, and like the Jenna Lane stands.
Yeah, it's mainly about the media. It's so weird. That's why I say it's so weird to me that people are fans of media.
Yeah.
Reporters, sports reporters. I don't know. Don't get it, but it is what it is. Guys, we got a good game tomorrow. It's one of the few 1:00 games we got. 7 this year. 4 at home, I think. So let's enjoy this. Could start drinking early.
Take a nap after the game.
Yes, and it's an expected win. We should come out and do it. It shouldn't be difficult. So let's have fun tomorrow.
We got this.
Yeah, so let's enjoy this season as much as we can. This is a once in a lifetime thing here, buddy. All right, guys. Till next time.
Go Bucs.